A lady in Lagos has sued her ex-fiancé for breach of promise to marry, seeking 150 million naira in damages for the breach of promise. Our reporters are on the street for live interviews and reactions from people as well as lawyers to discuss this matter.
When I heard that this woman had the courage to sue her ex-fiancé for breach of promise to marry, I was overjoyed because she refused to suffer in silence. Men make promises, raise hopes, and then abandon women with no consequences, while society tells us to move on quietly. We are no longer ashamed to speak. We are no longer afraid to fight for our rights. This woman is not just standing for herself. She's standing for all women.
And what's wrong with that? The man said he wants to marry her and then said he doesn't want to marry again. What's wrong with that? That woman is a gold digger. Can you imagine? She has already started going to court even before the marriage. Can you imagine what she would do to that man if he makes mistake and marry her? So now she wants money or the man. Which one does she want? God save that man from the marriage. Shameless woman.
Breaking an engagement can have profound social ramifications for women who may face stigma and difficulty in finding another partner. The law will provide a legal remedy for this lady who obviously must have suffered demonstrable harm as a result of the broken engagement. For instance, a woman who resigns from her job and relocates in anticipation of marriage only to be abandoned by her fiancé suffers significant financial and professional setbacks. Similarly, a woman whose reputation is tarnished by a public and abrupt termination of an engagement may experience social ostracism and difficulty forming future relationships. I think the 150 million naira is reasonable for compensatory and punitive damages, not just to punish the defendant in this case, but to hold men accountable for flagrant breach of promise to marry.
The court will not force the parties to marry each other. However, a party who suffers losses due to a breach of promise to marry can sue for monetary damages to compensate for financial expenses, emotional distress, and other related losses. And that's exactly what happened in this case.
Barrister Adams, based on the facts currently available, how would you assess the likely chance of defendant in this case?
There are several defenses against a claim for breach of promise to marry. The defendant in this case can argue infidelity, intolerable behavior, or the discovery of a serious infectious disease in the other party. The defendant may be justified in ending the engagement if he can prove that deception was used to induce the promise of marriage, or that he made a promise under duress. That's all we have for today. Stay tuned for comprehensive on-the-ground reporting, expert analysis, and exclusive updates direct from the courtroom.